Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. Let's start with our daily here where we have of course our bull run finished 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 wave 1 finished, and of course we're looking for our bear market ABC expanding flat, potentially still to take of course this target as a wave C here for a wave 2, meaning 1 and then wave 2, and then start the push toward the upside for a new bull run here for Bitcoin. Basically, what we got so far, of course, based on the channel here, the base channel taken from the wave 1 and the wave 2, we saw the price, of course, failing to take the high and pushing downward, exiting the base channel in yellow, and of course, signaling that the bull run is done. Now, currently, we have this push for wave C toward the downside, and we can see clearly that the base channel in the green here, in the red, has been broken again also, where we saw the price moving of course below it, and we see now a range around it. As I mentioned before, that if we come back inside the base channel here, that is of course a signal that it might be a weakness. It is a red flag, of course. Be careful. Now we are testing the area over there of course as an ABC, where we see of course a strong resistance from the previous base channel and of course the current one. So it's a very strong intersection point here, where we see the price right now exactly ranging between it. So if we continue for lower, that is the signal. If we continue for higher, we gotta be careful here. Something else is unfolding, meaning the wave C might of course change its pattern. It's not impulsive anymore probably, and it might of course start to push for higher, taking the invalidation there. And if this happens, well, it will open a different scenario. Probably for wave C, the same scenario, same target, same bear market in a wave C ending a diagonal rather than an impulse. And of course, this label is showed by this potential scenario. Of course, this was the wave C, the normal wave C as an impulse. But if we move, of course, for higher today, and we see, of course, continuation for the price, it is very likely that we might, of course, shift here to an ending diagonal. If we take the 99K 600 or around it, that means invalidation of the impulse here, and we are shifting here for something as an ending diagonal. Now, be careful, of course, if the price will continue for higher and show a potential of something impulsive, 5 waves there, we might shift even for something much more bullish, which is of course our scenario here for a 1-2. A 1-2 is by of course given by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a leading diagonal as a wave 1. Currently you are in a wave 2 ABC, probably finished, or WXNY, perfect FIP level for a wave 2, 0.618, 0.786 Fibonacci level, and of course where we see a retracement without taking the 886, meaning of course is still very valid here for a potential 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Can be of course an ending, bigger ending diagonal, where you might be of course in a wave 5 here, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 5 can be of course 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or it can be something like a very bigger wave 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, extended wave 5, of course, as an impulse toward the upside. So basically, yes, the possibility for higher prices for Bitcoin is still there in case, of course, we get invalidation first, the 100K or around it. And we see, of course, a structure, impulsive 5 waves and continuation toward the upside. Then, of course, we call a bull run there, that it might unfold as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, guys. So please be careful, of course, with these scenarios, because I get the question always in the comments how I am bullish on the altcoins, and Bitcoin is looking only for a wave C because you focus only on the wave C. Please don't forget to watch those scenarios as well. Even the diagonal can have some higher prices as well, which is very interesting, right? It's very significant higher prices here. And of course, don't focus only on the big scenarios, on the big sandwiches here. Don't let, of course, the the emotion takes you here as a greed, of course, because it is easy way to achieve the target here. But the market always change at any time, guys. It changed psychology, and it changed, of course, the patterns sometimes, because of course we start to see some optimistic sentiments, I would say, sometimes, and it can change simply the diagonal, or change to a diagonal as an ending diagonal for this wave C, guys. So be careful with it, of course. If we move inside it on the 2 hours chart here, for the 2 hours chart, we are looking currently at this potential ABC. So we have several scenarios here, of course. We have an ABC potentially as, of course, a wave 4, meaning this wave 4 is your 1, 2, 1, 2, again, 3, 4, and a 5. And this is, of course, where you would like to see the wave 4 hitting the 97K as one-to-one fib level without, of course, reaching the 99K here, meaning without interfering with the zone 1. Because interfering with the zone 1 meaning invalidation of this impulse, and that means, of course, the direction of the market is start to be, of course, upward. And in this case, of course, if we hit only below the 97K and we stay below this range, we might drop down again, of course, continuously here for a wave 3, 4, and a 5 in the orange, and to finish, of course, the wave 5 in the blue. Within, of course, the orange scenario, you're going to continue the push impulsively toward the downside. And, of course, we still have several for 5 to finish, of course, the wave C, for a wave 2, and start a new bull run later on. Now, the different scenario that you might have here on the lower time frame is a potential bullish scenario, which it might be here a zigzag finished, where you have here a leading diagonal wave A, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C, meaning wave 1, and then you got a wave 2, and you're looking right now for a wave 3 in zigzag as well, where you might have, of course, another 4 and a 5 finishing leading diagonal, wave 1, 2, and continuation toward the upside here. It's a much, if this happens, this will be much more clearer that we are impulsive, even if we don't take the 99K 150. If we see a clean leading diagonal, especially if the wave 5 takes the invalidation as well, it's gonna retrace for wave 2, but we're gonna continue toward the upside. So that is a very, very strong signal, of course, in case that this unfold as a leading diagonal. It's gonna be, of course, a clear signal that we push really for higher. Now, it still can be both scenario, because leading diagonal can be a wave A, B, and a C, meaning your ending diagonal wave 2, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we saw the scenario on the daily. But if we continue for higher here, that is confirmation for the bull run, right? So we are in a new bull run toward the upside in case this happen, guys. So we're gonna see, of course, what's gonna be the scenario. Now on the 15-minute chart, we can see that this push toward the upside here is in double 1, 2. We have a 1, 2, and potentially another 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5. So I would consider that even you might have here this wave 2, and then you have several 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the upside. Your wave 5 right now is still unfolding for a wave 3, and then having 4 and a 5. If this is gonna happen, well, if this is the double 1, 2 here unfolding, that means, of course, very likely to be in a wave C. The wave C can be, of course, a correction there in case we don't take the 99K. Of course, remember, the key level is always essential. Now, invalidation of bearish there is taken. We don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna remove this. No need for it. Now, in confluence, if we are in a diagonal in confluence, you would like to see the wave 3 as diagonal as well, hitting this perfect fib level. This perfect fib level is, of course, a diagonal potential, but very essential also to mark this key level, because if we take it, as you can see, and this is where the difference is gonna be very clear for us between a wave C and a wave 3 as diagonal. Because if you take the wave 3 as 1-to-1 fib level, 96K 850, That means wave 3 is going to be longer than the wave 1. Invalidation of diagonal, clearer wave C, meaning ABC 3 waves, we continue the drop toward the downside. Yep, so this is how we gonna, of course, differentiate between the two scenarios here that we have on the lower time frame, between the wave 3 diagonal and between the wave C as correction, and we continue toward the downside. Yep, so that was it for Bitcoin for the daily. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.